Welcome back to Caller X Malice. I explained what happened earlier and how I've been discovered.
やっぱりそうか。いずれはバレることだったろうし仕方ない。要は、首輪のことがバレなければいいんだ。管轄も違うし、今のところは巡回ルートに入ってるとでも言ってごまかすしかないな。
とりあえず電波調べた限りじゃこの部屋が盗聴されてるようなことはね。そもそもあいつら機械音痴だから盗聴器をつけられるような心配ねえけどな。
それより窓の外に張り付いて盗み聞きしてる可能性の方が高いだろう。
That happened before, even on the 5th floor. That's their image of those two? What's their image of those two? This wasn't the time to be imagining such things. I had a reason for coming here. So, about today's incident, how much do all of you know about it?
笹塚が得た情報の範囲だが。
Summing up what I heard from young Yanagi. I just did a Chinese game, so forgive me. Yanagi, we knew. The crime occurred at the victim's residence. The murder weapon was a suppressed firearm, so the neighbors didn't notice the gunshot. The victim was currently unemployed. He was employed at a game development studio. I think his name was Satoru Tanaka. It matched everything I knew.
お前の方で他に得た情報はあるか？
According to the statement from the witness, the victim had moved in recently and seemed to have a nocturnal lifestyle. Also, why is Otto
当
on?
然だ
No.
な。いつ自分が次
Whoops. You're saying that he anticipated that he would be targeted?
コインも一致したし確定だ。どうせ容疑者はすぐ捕まるだろうけど、あとは俺が調べる。
Oh, Suzuka ignored my question and continued his report. Dang it, buttons. Why are you so evil?
被害者の田中悟は8月の事件の発端になった例のネットゲームの開発者だ。
Eh? I turned to Yanagi in surprise. I now understood what Suzuka was getting at. So that's why he knew he might be targeted. He must have been in constant fear. In August, many players of a popular online video game had been murdered. If Tanaka was part of the development staff for that game, he had a reason to be targeted. The killers are just really mad all their gold got taken.
ああ。だが問題はそこじゃない。今回の事件で重要視すべきなのは、これまでの X デー事件とは毛色が違うことだ。
What do you mean? You think it might be a copycat crime?
そこからかよ。
Listen here, you little shit. Yes, Suzuka sounded disgusted with me, but I paid him no mind and looked at Yanagi. I'm just ignoring the cat now.
これまでと同じように、現場にローマ数字やコインは残されていた。白石に確認したが、コインは例の特殊な作りのやつでな。模倣犯でないことは確実だ。
やっぱりわざとってことになるんすかね。くっそ腹立つ。
そうだな。じゃなきゃ犯人側の行動に説明がつかない。
What do you mean on purpose? Once I confirmed that I still wasn't quite following along, Suzuka pointedly sighed very loudly.
操作しないと殺すって言われてんだから、足りない脳みそ使って本気で考えろよ。考えたところで使えないだろうけどな。
This man speaks so rudely. I felt the blood rush to my face.
最低限の操作能力は知っときたいよな。お前はなんか不審に思う点とかなかったのか？
Suspicious? What was different about the crime? There's like a weird load. I'm gonna check the speed because there's a speed issue going on. There we go. The scope of the broadcast. What was left at the scene? They left something different at the scene?
何が違うんだよ。
That's... I didn't know what the forensics had found, so I couldn't give an immediate answer. Yeah, that's not good. Actually. I go back to it looking weird. I think it's just because this is an older game, it just has a little bit of an odder look to it. They said already that there was a Roman numeral and a coin at the scene. When I couldn't answer, Suzuka punctured the silence. I'm gonna cheat. Nope.
タイムオーバー。根本的なところからわかんねえのか。警察に限定して動画が送られてきただろう。
Let's make asshole. First, the scope of the broadcast was smaller. The X-Day crimes so far had used publicly viewed videos to highlight police scandals and the inadequacies of the law. But for some reason, this video had only been sent to the police.
そうだな。じゃあ、なぜ警察に限定して送ったんだと思う？
To provoke the police. It's a rule. It's a rule in visual novels. To provoke the police. They only wanted the cops to know.
ああ、そうだ。
I patted myself in relief after getting it right.
ま、あっちの意図に挑発が含まれてるのは間違いねえけどな。動画の配信を警察内部に限定したのは、警察がすぐには一般公開しないと踏んでたからだ。さらに警察内部でも情報漏洩を恐れて、一部の人間にしか知らせねえってな。
つまり犯人は動画を見ることができる人間を一部に絞りたかったってことだ。
But all the others were shown across the nation. Why would they limit this one?
そこをお前が考えて答えるんじゃねえの？
Yeah. They limited the release because they're trying to target somebody. They used the police. They wanted to throw off the investigation. They wanted to derail the investigation, right?
そういうこと。すよね、柳先輩。
これまでは全国に動画を公開していたが、多くの人間の目に触れる分、寄せられる情報も多かった。映っている人、場所、物、どんな些細な情報でも引っかかれば集まる。
ま、無駄な情報が多すぎても混乱するが、捜査側は情報が多いに越したことはない。
There was a specific reason why Adonis limited the release of the video, when they usually wanted the general public to watch. Basically, they were afraid that the police would catch on too quickly.
そう。まあここまで言えば、さすがに新人のお前でもわかるか。
Listen here, you. But they still made a statement knowing it could be a liability.
で、狙ったかのようなタイミングで、ギリギリ犯人が逃げた直後に警察が現場に駆け込んだ。
そして X デイ事件は単独犯じゃない。アドニスという組織ぐるみで行われている 計画的な犯罪だ。星野、ここまでの情報で犯人側アドニスの意図をどう推察する？
They deliberately sent the video to the police. They had chosen a window that ran the risk of the culprit being apprehended. The first thing I could conclude was they're testing us. They're worried about police investigation. Maybe they're worried about police attention?
まあ、その可能性もゼロとは言い切れないが。
だったら最初から予告なんかしなければいいってことにならね。
Alright, fair enough. Was the crime poorly planned?
そういうことになる。
Previous X-Day crimes were elaborately designed murders. No unnecessary evidence was left at the scene. Suspects with apparent motive and unnaturally clean alibis. The crime scenes had nondescript video evidence. But this time it was all different. Whether or not they had done it for the thrill, they'd been far too lackadaisical in their crime. If they were slower, they might have been caught, but they might still have made a video, which means...
まあ、何が考えられる？
They had prepared for that outcome. Even if they were caught, it wouldn't hurt Adonis. Rather, it might pay right into their hands, is that right?
ここまでたどり着くのにどんだけ時間かけんだよ。
That's his way of saying good job. Our way of saying it is shut up, you fucking cat boy.
ま、最初だしな。捜査経験ねえのにすぐ分かっちまったら逆にビビるし。
ここに来てあえて計画性の浅い犯行を起こした理由はまだ推測の域だが、駒を切り捨てにかかった可能性は高い。
So the other guy was part of it.
ま、今日の事件の容疑者はもうほぼ絞られてるはずだ。
まあ、おそらく近日中に捕まるな。
The conversation had moved past me again, and I thought hurriedly.
これだけヒントを与えても目的達成は揺るがないって自信があんだろう。だよな、首輪の向こうで聞いてるサイコ野郎。
I imagined a prick of pain to come from the collar in response to Suzuka's abrasive challenge. But the collar didn't respond or inject anything into my body.
何にせよ、アドニスのやり方が変わってきているのは事実だ。指揮系統が入れ替わったが、内部分裂か。これも計画の内か。慎重に見極める必要があるな。
それが付け入る隙になるかもしれないっすからね。
As Adamoto nodded spiritedly, Yanagi muttered something.
白石が言うにはだいぶ前から変だった話だが。
っていうかこれ毎回やるのかよ。バカ猫への説明か。
Huh?
根節丁寧に説明してやったところで時間の無駄としか思えないんだけど。
What? Suzuka's words struck a nerve. It was true I couldn't keep up with their discussion, and I was aware of my own limits. But you don't have to put it like that.
もともと8月は笹塚の担当だ。あとはお前に任せる。
了解。
Yanagi changed the subject without commenting on Suzuka's remarks. I guess I should take his silence to mean he agrees. It wasn't just Suzuka, Yanagi, and Enomoto also thought poorly of my detective skills. But if I could give them any details on what went on in the station, that was enough. That was the only reason I was here. It was a painful realization.
で、お前はどうするんだ？ どの事件を追うか決まったのか？
So we don't want August. Huh? I looked up and blinked in confusion at the sudden question. It calmed me somewhat. I mentally reviewed everything I knew about the X-Day incident. Suzuka's right. This team has been pursuing the case for a long time, so it was clear I was wasting their time by getting involved without knowing anything. The Roman numeral left at the crime scene today was I. The last number would be 0. There wasn't even a month left until X-Day. What can I do during that brief time? My duty and the situation I'd been forced into. When I factored them both in, it was obvious. Compared to the rest of you, I don't have any outstanding talents, nor do I have such experience with detective work. But I want to help out in any way that I possibly can.
お前にできることなんかあんの？
I can listen to what people are talking about. When I stated it clearly, the three of them were clearly caught off guard. Yesterday, when I looked through the X-Day files, what jumped out at me was a person that was neither the victim nor the assailant. The victim in this incident was a woman who was once the victim of an obsessive stalker.
7月の事件のことか。
Yes, for a time she was suspected to be involved in the murder of the stalker. She also suffered severe backlash from the public. People were alleging that she might have been stalked through some fault of her own. Her background was thoroughly checked, but no connections were found to either the terrorist nor the man who killed the stalker. After that, her description was excised from official documents. Whether or not she was connected to the incident, it had taken a heavy toll on her reputation. The police bear some responsibility for failing to stop the stalker in the first place. I wondered if I could meet her and ask her about what had really happened. Besides, nobody else is working on this case. I wouldn't waste the team's time, and I was sure my position would help me find some information. That was another reason I wanted to take this one. The assailant was arrested at the scene of the crime and is currently still in detention. He tried to commit suicide like the detained September suspect did, and was still being held in detention center. Whether it was actually self-defense is unknown. I want to learn the truth from this incident. After my lengthy proposal, the other three seemed to be slightly impressed.
確かに、7月はその女性を中心とした事件であることは間違いない。一見すると、ストーカーをこじらせた人物が女性に危害を加えようとして返り討ちにあった。それだけの事件にも見えるが。
殺されたストーカー男の部屋からは X-デイ事件を象徴するコインが発見されてる。模倣犯じゃないのは確実だ。
つまりだな、これまで同様に計画性のある X-デイ事件だってこと。どうだ、わかったか？
Yes.
何偉そうに言ってんだ、単細胞バカが。
うるせえな。新人教育っつったら俺の出番だろうが。
ま、バカとバカがくっついてくれた方が俺は助かる。
口やかましいワカメだなったく。つっても7月の事件の情報については俺たちもあんまり把握できてないんだよな。加害者が勾留中だからか、警察内部の動きもやたら鈍いみたいでさ。
Has Shirashi given you anything?
あいつは今、9月の事件に夢中で、他の事件に興味を示さない。
I see.
正直、お前が内部から情報を集めてくれるなら助かる。
Okay. With that, the meeting ended. It was late, so Yanagi decided he'd walk me home. While we walked down the stairs, Yanagi looked back at me with a concerned look.
榎本も言っていたが、7月の事件は俺たちの方でもあまり深く調べてなくてな。
There's a suspect in custody after all.
渡せる情報は少ないが、何かあったら連絡してくれ。首輪のこともある。無茶はするなよ。
Thank you. I was happy for his concern, but it didn't really resonate with me for some reason. part of me has been relying on Yanagi's team. Not in a tangible way, but I'd been tagging along. But that didn't sit right with me.
ところで星野、岡崎圭とやけに親しいみたいだったが。
Huh? Oh no, I just happened to run into him a few times. We're not on particularly close terms.
とぼけた顔して強引だからな。気づけば懐に入られやすいが。岡崎には気をつけろ。隙を見せない方がいい。
Got it. Huh? What do you...
俺が何？
We turned around to face the voice. Okazaki was standing there smiling. I failed to notice him again.
お前、いつの間に。
さっきからずっとここに立ってたんだけどな。
Yanagi also seemed shocked that he failed to notice Okazaki. I definitely can't get careless around him.
もう帰るの？だったら俺が送ってくよ。
いや、星野は俺が送っていく。
Boys, please fight harder over me.
でも、柳さんは彼女の家を知らないよね。
お前は知ってるのか？
No, well, he did walk me home one time because it was late.
じゃあ行こうか。
勝手に決めるな。本人に案内してもらえば済む話だ。
でも、知ってる人と一緒に帰った方が案内しなくていいから楽だよね。
Why don't you both go together? Yeah, there's a weird frame rate issue going on. I think it's just the way this was programmed. This isn't a PC, by the way. This is playing from the Switch. Right now, I was walking down the street between Yanagi and Okazaki. In the end, they couldn't decide which of them could walk me home. Awkward. No matter how much I refused, I was beginning to realize that Okazaki was going to follow me wherever I went.
あのさ、前から思ってたんだけど。
Okazaki addressed Yanagi from my other side.
柳さんは俺のことが嫌いだよね。
嫌いとかじゃなくてだな。
I understood what Yanagi wanted to say. He's doing this because he's worried about the collar. I would be in danger if the collar was exposed. Also, Yanagi didn't seem to accept the reason that Okazaki had provided for why he was protecting the team. It's not that he dislikes him, but he probably just can't trust him.
お前が俺たちを監視しているのは知ってる。関わり合いになりたくないのは当然だろう。
ああ、もしかして俺が君たちのこと全部警察に報告するって思ってるの？
そう思うのが普通だ。
まあとりあえず俺の任務のことは置いておくとして。
そこは置いといちゃダメじゃないか？
Yes.
とにかくね、俺は純粋に君たちのことを知りたいんだ。
Love is in the air.
なんでだ？
Not that kind of game.
人として興味があるからかな。
While Yanagi and I were at a loss for an answer, Okazaki changed the subject.
さっき7月の事件がどうのって言ってたけど、もしかして再捜査してるの？
I involuntarily stiffened up. Just how long had he been eavesdropping on the conversation? No, it was just something I'd taken personal interest in, so I was asking Yanagi about it. Okazaki smiled softly as I fumbled around for an excuse.
そんなに慌てないで。君の仕事に口出すつもりはないよ。何か事情があるんでしょ？同じ警察官だからって話せないことはあるし。そんなに警戒しなくても大丈夫。興味本位で聞いてみただけだから。
Yanagi was very obviously having a hard time swallowing Okazaki's supposed flighty bouts of curiosity. His face said that he was confused because he didn't know what Okazaki was thinking.
7月の事件か。でもあれって正当防衛だって言われてるよね。加害者はすでに捕まってて、 ストーカー被害に遭った女性を守るためにやったことだって自白してる。あとは過剰防衛かどうかだけど、守るためにやったことなのに罪に問われるのは少しかわいそうだな。
かわいそう。正当防衛だからといって殺人は殺人だ。許されるものじゃない。
I mean, Yanagi's tone was unusually forceful. His expression grew stern.
それに加害者の男はもともと5月の事件で容疑者候補に上がっていた。X デイ事件の一つと考えれば誰が見ても怪しいのは事実だ。
あくまで容疑者候補だし、5月の事件では確かなアリバイもあったよね。それに彼がストーカーに襲われてた女性を守ったのも事実でしょ。
Technically.
守るために必要な犠牲もあるよ。
I like him. Oh boy. So he's not opposed to killing.
だからって殺されていいわけじゃない。人の命を奪うのに正当な理由なんて一つもない。
They continued their debate across me. Neither looked like they would back down. They seem to be incompatible. The way they think is completely opposite. Both of them had valuable perspectives about the July case. I reflected on that digression. I see Yanagi and Okazaki off and headed back into my apartment. Near my house, I saw a silhouette. So that's where we're going to leave it. So we'll find out more next time. Thank you guys who are enjoying this series. It is a lot of fun to do. And I do it privately. I should start doing it around supporters. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.